Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing amazing. It is now 7:54 a.m. I'm about to head out for the day. So I'm starting with a 2-hour podcast with Jan, which is, you could, I guess, think of him as a mortgage broker slash real estate agent in the commercial space in Montreal, Canada. We're working together on the Elevate event, which he's been hosting it now for, it's going to be the second edition this year. Last year, there's a lot of prominent figures such as Patrick Bet-David. Now this year, there's Andy Elliott, Daniel G attending. And I also will have the chance to be a speaker on stage during the event. Not only that, my entire team is actually coming out of Montreal. So our main copywriter, our closer, as well as our systems architect, maybe even one of my media buyers and CSMs might also be coming to Montreal. So it's gonna be a very fun time. But first and foremost, Jan and I have a podcast to shoot today to promote the events. I'm about to head out and go do this. And then afterwards, got a bunch of calls, which you'll see during the day. We're heading out right now to the podcast location. I do have to, it's 37 minutes, it says, according to the GPS. It literally said 25, I think, 23, 25, right before I left. So I'm pretty sure we're heading straight into traffic. I'm not used to driving this early in the morning, and I usually don't like it also either, because this is the time of the day where everyone is going to work downtown. The other thing to consider is the fact that this is like day one or day two actually of construction workers being back from the 2-week summer break of construction work that we have every year in Quebec. So all that to say, it's probably going to be a busy day on the roads as of right now. But nonetheless, I'm looking forward to the podcast. I haven't recorded a podcast in, I think the last time I did one was in January or February of 2025. So it's been a while. It's been about like 6-7 months now. Nonetheless, should be a good one. I don't even know if we're going to do it in French or in English, because that's also the thing with Jan. It's like the event he's hosting is like a bilingual event. So it's part English, part French. So all that to say, we'll see, I guess. I don't even know if I need to practice my English nor my French, because that's the thing, guys. Being bilingual is great, but when you start, or at least for me, when I start speaking English and when I'm in my English brain, it's harder to switch to French. Like if I've been on a day, say, and I've had like 3 or 4 hours back to back of English calls, and then I have a French call, I'm gonna be searching a little more for my words and my expressions and this and that. Whereas if it's the opposite, you know, I've had 3 or 4 hours back to back of French calls, then when you put me on an English call, I start struggling a little bit. So it's always kind of funny to just switch from my French brain to my English brain, because I don't use the same words and quirks and this and that. So long story short, looking forward to the recording. And there you go. See, that's the cop car I told you about earlier. I don't know if you can see it right down there. It's like coming up. It's coming up right now. I think they just caught someone right here. Let's see. Yeah, he did for sure. The other thing I got to share with you guys is all the new stuff that we've been releasing as a part of AdEngine, which has been honestly receiving an overwhelming wave of positive feedback from all of our clients on that side. We just dropped yesterday our AI AdEngine assistant, which essentially has been trained with like over 225 hours of Q&A call recordings of mine, with my entire past and current version of our program, with literally every single Slack transcript in real time of every client we've ever had. We've added privacy filters, of course, so that, you know, different clients cannot access the information of other clients. But nonetheless, it's been very, very good to play with. The responses it gives are honestly A1 when it comes to anything media buying and creatives related. And that's kind of what we limited its current use case for. So anybody playing with it and asking it anything else than ads or media buying questions, say how to lose weight in 6 weeks, it would respond like, hey, I'm not trained to answer said questions, but you can ask me anything about ads, and so on and so forth. So all of that to say, it has been working really, really well. And the overall kind of thesis that I'm having right now is I'm noticing that, and this comes from, shout out to Brian Moncada from adspend.com. He said something on a video lately that caught my attention, which he said, this is not about scaling your agency or scaling your business. It's now the era of scaling your expertise. And I'm kind of paraphrasing the way in which he said it. And I wholeheartedly believe that, in a sense that anybody who's developed an expertise into any sort of given subject can now more easily than ever scale this expertise. Meaning you can duplicate yourself. And that was the hardest part, to be honest. Because one of the things that I did notice, and Jesus Christ, there's so many cops this morning. This is like 3 other cops right now. So that's fucking crazy. But What I'm kind of getting at with this right now is I thought that the way to scale one's expertise was to build a team, and I think that's what a lot of other people like me thought, and especially in the agency space. But the truth is, team, of course, like bloats payroll, and training a team is not as easy as one thing. So one of the reasons why back in the day I launched our first ever course in very early 2023, which was PCAD at the time, was to sell to the market, yes, but also to train my internal team. I was like, look, anytime I onboard a new media buyer or a new copywriter, I'm just gonna have them go through it, and then they'll be trained up. Like, that's it. But the thing is, when somebody goes through a course, now they start asking a bunch of contextual questions, which is always like, how does this apply to me? It's like, okay, great, I understand how marketing fundamentals work or how awareness levels, dictate the positioning of your messaging in a creative. But how does that apply to, say, my solar business? Or how does that apply to me who is a coach in the health and fitness space? And so that's always the bulk of questions that we get. And therefore, you still need humans and people that are expert enough in the subject matter in order to give out those responses to clients. Whereas now with AI, what you can do and what we've been doing at AdEngine is, of course, we still have our team. Like, our agency team is definitely involved in speaking and interacting with our AdEngine clients day in, day out. But we also have given them AI agents at their disposal to help them out with contextual questions. So we've built AI agents based on our best practices for like doing market research. We've got an agent that does your entire market research report, an agent that organizes it. We've got an agent that helps you build an AI appointment setter, which is kind of funny. AI helping you do AI. We've got an agent helping you analyze your funnel metrics. We've got an agent helping you do your copywriting. And so therefore, since our team cannot physically be online 24/7, well, we now can claim and say that we offer 24/7 support because our agents are live 24/7. And our team is online during our working hours, like Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. But that offers like just much higher level support now to our clients. And so all of the basic questions and help and hand holding has now kind of been handed off to AI agents. And I think that's like already step one of AI-ifying, if you want, our workflow. Now, step two is going to be to create cohesiveness between those agents so that like all of which now end up being part of a similar front end and app that helps someone flow from like one to the other. So almost like SaaSifying, if you want, our model. And so I really believe that the future of agencies and experts and coaches is going to be a mix of like, I've already seen this transition in the last year where anybody who's only doing coaching now kind of has some form of done for you as a part of their offer because people want and need the help. And so the best businesses are going to be a mix of SaaS, done for you, and done with you. Like, if you can mix those three well and blend them together for different core functions of your business, you're gonna be in a good spot. And that's kind of what we want to do. But last thing I'm gonna say on this yapping rant is the following. What happens the day that all experts in this space, say the top 1% of this space, has done what we're doing currently at AdEngine, which is building AI agents for every core function of the business, which therefore has all allowed them to scale their expertise. Well, now the cost of expertise as well as the cost of technology has gone down. And we're in the very short gap or small gap, I'd say, in the market where selling the shovel is more profitable than doing the thing itself, meaning selling AI, selling how to use AI is actually more profitable than using AI itself. Where I honestly don't think this window is gonna last long, where give it maybe 3 to 5 years tops. And now it becomes who is the best at industry specific widespread AI use, meaning who is the best playbook for using AI, say, to not only automate, but fix most bottlenecks in a solar business, as an example. I keep using solar as an example for whatever reason this morning. It's actually beautiful and sunny outside, but that's like a great example for it. It's like, who's gonna have fixed all the bottlenecks, say, of solar businesses and can now apply this playbook utilizing AI at scale across multiple solar businesses. And now you move more into a moat being distribution, data, as well as niched expertise. Meaning and I could get on a whole separate video. I don't want to go too high level here, but nonetheless, I see now more than ever why guys like Iman Gatsi, Hermosi, and so on and so forth have been focusing on content over the last few years. Because in an era of AI and in an era of sophistication that's at an all-time high in various markets in the English-speaking world, that means that people have to identify more than ever with the community or a single individual rather than the system itself, hence why personal brand is big. But it's also the fact that cost of technology is going down with AI becoming like mass adopt, and so does cost of expertise. And therefore, distribution is really going to be, I think, the edge of a lot of us online businesses, like who can actually have the most cult-like following in order to distribute any offer or product or service they end up releasing to them. And yeah, so I'm basically trying to imbric all of that right now in the way in which we do business. Luckily, we've already been doing content now for years, so that was probably one of the best foresights I've had in my career, I'd like to say, which is start content super early in that journey. So now we have a lot of documentation that shows the progress of the business over the last, say, 5+ years. You know, we've been utilizing AI more than ever. We now have a perfect hybrid, or at least starting to be close to perfect, between a done with you and done for you. That's AI-ified, if you want, with agents. Next step is going to be turning that into a SaaS. And then we've already launched like a niched expert division, if you want, for local businesses earlier this year, which has been performing amazingly well. And so, yeah, that's kind of where we're going right now. I don't know why, but every podcast in Montreal is in that building. I think I've been here like 3 or 4 times so far for a podcast. You guys may not remember, I dropped the French podcast with Anthony Omenia, who owns essentially the Omenia space, or at least used to own, which has been sold, I think, a year or 2 years ago. It's a pretty nice spot overall. Like, if you check the office space, which I think now belongs to Seoujan, you got Seoujan's space right here. Teamwork makes the dream work. So meeting right there. And then there you go. Man himself right here with the Hermosi books. I don't know, I'm gonna ask him today if he's gonna be attending the Money Models launch, which I'm actually having a launch party with our team internally. And look at this. Look at the view from the office. I don't know if you can see. Kind of nice, actually. It's like pretty open right here. So I'm excited. And the setup in itself looks like that. Just got done shooting the podcast with my man Seoujan here. So
this guy is so good. This guy, he's a beast, man.
Appreciate it. Now, it was a very good talk. It's gonna be live when exactly?
Next week.
Next week? Cool.
Next week, yeah.
So within a week from now, but we're gearing up for Elevate in Montreal, which there's gonna be a lot of people flying from everywhere. Like, we've got people coming in from, yes, of course, Canada and the US. I was telling Seoujan, I have some of my team members coming from Budapest to attend the event. About 1,500 people in attendance. We're gonna talk business, marketing, real estate, raising capital, and one of those first major events in Montreal. So if you don't wanna miss it, where can people get their tickets?
Yeah, Elevate with an 8 and 2025.ca. So elevate2025.ca. Man, it's great, man. It's like we're doing something different, and it's gonna be in Montreal, a beautiful city. So if you've never been to Montreal, this is the time. Like, this is a good excuse to tell your wife, hey, listen, I have a business trip to do, but you're also enjoying the city. It will be cool. And we have great food. So if you guys are from outside, you gotta come to Montreal, 18 and 19 September. It's gonna be awesome.
Love it. I'm gonna put a link down below if you guys wanna buy your tickets, and I'll see you there.
See you there.
I'm coming back home.
See, remember that every story has another side.
You can hear it.
Wisdom is the ability to see both sides.
Listening to a book. Principles by Ray Dalio.
Principle
right now.
4.3. Be open-minded and assertive at the same time.
I've been listening to this book now for about a month. Honestly, great book. I think it's a great reminder for me for a couple of reasons. Number one, I found tremendous value when I first discovered breakthrough advertising, as well as when I first discovered Ogilvy and advertising, which are, in my opinion, 2 of the greatest books when it comes to understanding the fundamentals of copywriting and just marketing in general. And reading those books kind of made me understand that regardless of ad platforms or mediums or changes or tricks and tactics and all that kind of jazz, like, there are fundamentals that will always stay the same, no matter how the game of business evolves on what seems to be the wrapping paper, like the front end. But First Principles is great, or not First Principles, Principles by Ray Dalio. It's a great book because it's kind of the same thing, but both for life, management, culture, and just overall, like, how to run a successful organization. And he is listing a lot of principles which you can kind of gain value from, regardless of, I'm fairly positive that this book is the type of book where, like, in 200 years, someone could still read that book and be like getting value from it. So And I'm sure, by the way, that now, seeing this, he probably got a lot of these principles from Napoleon Hill's way of talking about said leadership and so on and so forth. So all that to say, been reading this book for a bit right now. I'm almost back home now at this point. It's 11:47 a.m. I'm gonna just grab lunch. Then I got about 3 hours of calls, which I'll take you guys with me through those, and let's get back to work. Let me show you quickly what my wife cooked up. So I don't know if you're gonna see this, what's in the microwave right now that you hear in the background. These little plates, which essentially is like rice or orzo. I don't even know if that's how you say it in English, with chicken, with like homemade seasoning and all that kind of jazz. She's great. Lesson here is get yourself an amazing wife. Honestly, I don't have anything to say about her cuisine. It's actually always bangers, like every day, and saves a whole lot of time also on my side. Allows me to focus on the work in itself. Gonna just grab lunch right now. It is 11:57 as of now. I usually just like to watch some videos while I eat, and then we'll just kind of catch up on the calls.
Very good designer in this industry, and he taught me a lot.
Shout out to WAP's videos. Honestly, they're fun. It's a little secret that I never told anyone on content publicly, but I take a nap almost every day, or at least I used to. So for about 3 years, I literally took a daily nap, like every single day. Take a little nap, it just doesn't hurt to have a little midday nap. I always get like a crazy dip in energy after I've eaten lunch, and I used to just push through, and I was like, fuck it, like I just gotta push through. I tried coffee also right after lunch, but I kind of learned, to be honest, that a 15-minute nap, where I do fall asleep very quickly on my case, like 5 to 10 minutes into a 15-minute nap, like usually I'm asleep, like I've lost consciousness. 15 minutes is just enough for me to lose consciousness and then just get right back to it. And so it just kind of keeps me energized for the rest of the day. So about to take a quick nap right here on the sofa, and I'll see you guys after.
It's much better than it was in the past few weeks. So that's
okay. Nice, good stuff. Okay, good. And any sort of follow-ups that we have for Kuna right now in the pipeline? Not really.
Not really, to be honest. Actually, no, that's not true. We have two. We have one that, man, this guy's like a fucking target. Like, he's been like one of the guys that told me like multiple times, yes, I want to join, but he was waiting for his partner. Who is it?
Okay.
Yeah, this guy. So he's pretty close. I mean, he told me like multiple times, yes, I want to join, but it just never happened yet. So he told me like last time, like all these guys were in like what do you call it? Like the construction, like les vacances de construction. Yep. So now they should be back. So hopefully I can get an answer from him and we might be able to get a new one. But apart from that, it's pretty dry on the clear side of things.
Cool. Okay. I mean, cool. Depends what we want to focus on, but okay,
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's good to see that there's still like some stuff moving on right now for the agency. You probably might have just seen it right here. I was on a series of calls. So I had a sales call, then I had a call with one of our AdEngine clients, which I actually might be partnering with for an offer to add more value to our clients. I had a call with a team member, had a call with a consulting client, and then had a call with one of my good friends, Serge Guittari, which essentially decided to bring him on part of his wedding gift with me, and us kind of deciding to do this together is to basically like have him help me through the process of creating a webinar for my own offer. So that said, like they're really helping me out with like the positioning, nailing the pitch, the presentation, and so on and so forth. My team is currently writing like all the copy for the ads, and I'm going to be shooting tomorrow. And basically, for the first time, like I'm really stress testing our entire infrastructure, meaning we've had over 160 clients as a part of AdEngine in the last 12 months. It's been getting amazing results. We have now productized part of it further into helping our clients have AI agents, and our team help them implement our system. And from there, customers have been getting like even better results. And so there's that. Of course, our agency has been crushing it for our clients. So like I wanted to bring all of this together and say, hey, I'm gonna be one of your guys' accounts. Like right now, I'm using my own team's copywriter as the copywriter to create the ads for our own offer. I'm using our own media buyer to create the ads for our site, our own editors to do the ads, to edit the ads on my end. So I'm gonna be my own case study essentially with this, which is pretty great, but also scary because I'm putting 30 grand on the line right now to run this webinar. We'll see where that leads us. But all that to say, got done with those calls. This is my last call of the day. It's now 3:30 p.m. I'm just gonna grab a quick snack, and then I'm just fucking tired of being in my office, to be honest. So I'm just gonna go here at the dinner table, take my laptop and start responding to a bunch of Slack messages I got. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be wrapping up the vlog right here, just ending the day with a quick walk in the park right next to my place. It's been a pretty packed day. Lately, I'd say it's not more so packed because of calls. It's packed with tasks and just sheer work, especially preparing the webinar that I've got coming up in a couple of weeks for AdEngine, which I'll for sure share on YouTube and Instagram and kind of everywhere as soon as we have that ready. But with that said, thank you so much for watching. Do check out other content on the channel for some more info product, e-com, and overall business marketing tips. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.